Hello from Wellington, and here at the Basin Reserve, it's day one of the third Bank of New Zealand Test match. Well, February the 6th is Waitangi Day. That's New Zealand's national holiday. And the harbour capital has turned on a beautiful sunny day. The Basin Reserve, you know, holds an important place in the history of New Zealand-England Test matches. The very first match between the two sides was played here in 1930. And in 1978, New Zealand achieved their first victory ever over England. Now, the pitch is mostly brown here, but there are some patches of lush grass on it. And with a lot of heavy rain in Wellington yesterday, play has been delayed for an hour and a half. So we're getting underway at midday, 90 minutes later than originally scheduled. Because of the condition of the pitch, the captain who wins the toss might be in two minds before he makes his decision. So let's go out to the middle for the toss now and join Graham Gooch and Martin Crowe with our man, Grant Nisbet.
Head's first time in the series, Graham. Congratulations. Now, I suppose that was a fairly difficult decision to make, to bat.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm quite happy if Martin would have won the toss, because I've not played here and I'm not quite sure. The wicket's dried out a lot since this morning, and I'm going to bat first, but I couldn't be 100% sure that's the right thing.
So England to bat first. Here's the New Zealand team. Rod Latham makes his test debut, batting at number 6 in the order. Ian Smith is back as wicketkeeper, and Willie Watson is left out because of injury. There's two changes in the England team. David Lawrence comes in to replace Derek Pringle, and with Chris Lewis injured, Ian Botham is back in the side to play his 100th test match. Yes, we're certainly looking forward to seeing one of the legends of world cricket play in this test match here in Wellington. Right, it's England to bat first, Gooch and Stewart to go in at the top of the order, and Danny Morrison and Chris Cairns have the new ball for New Zealand.
Danny Morrison on his way for the first ball of this third test match. And no ball called, so England on the board.
And there you see the main stand, the bandstand. We're at the top there. And it really is a splendid sight as Morrison comes in again to Gooch.
And he's got that one off the outside edge, and there's no one down at third man, so 4 runs to Graham Gooch. The first run's off the bat, and he'll be rather happy about being underway. So Chris Cairns on his way. And that's a good-looking shot, beautifully timed off his toes. Long chase for Danny Morrison. And the outfield a bit sluggish there, as one would expect with the rain overnight, but a comfortable 3. And here he is. He's got it down to third man again. No one there. And Rod Latham. Oh, dear me. That's rugby days there.
Sorry, lucky he didn't break his neck then, the way he went into the fence. Terrifying, that.
14 without loss, England. And this is just the 4th over. Put down.
Well, this is a flashy short of drive from Graham Gooch. It flies off the outside edge quite quickly. Oh, my goodness me. After all the catches New Zealand dropped in the last test match at Auckland, that's the last thing they need today.
Might have fallen just short. End of the over from Cairns. And it's 18 without loss.
Yeah. The lovely shot. Stewart leaning into it beautifully. And that's his first boundary. Stewart goes through the gap and picks up another boundary. It's his second. A well-controlled stroke, 4 runs. Full toss, 4 runs.
Over pitch driven, lovely shot from Stewart. That'll probably run away. It's a long chase. You touch and go down there. But the ball wins the race.
Nicely played.
Might even think about a third here. No. Good running by John Wright. And England have 50 up on the board. 51 without loss. There's a short-arm jab from Alex Stewart. It's got plenty of wood on it, though. And it's gone to the fence for 4.
So England at lunch, a 63 without loss. Gooch dropped twice before he had scored. Alex Stewart doing a fine job with him. 3 New Zealand seam bowlers have been used in the first 90 minutes. Murphy Sewer, the most economical. And see how Graham Gooch and Alex Stewart get on.
Oh, good shot. That's 4. No need to run for that. Short, wide, and put away by Alex Stewart. Looking for a quick single. This is quite a sharp one. Kearns in. He hits, but he's through. And not out, says umpire Aldridge.
Yes, umpire Aldridge in exactly the right place, and it did look as if Gooch was had just about made his ground.
It's a tight single, but well called. He was really going through. And there wasn't too much in it, but he was home. Well, it's gone through the hands of Deepak Patel. And that was a drop catch. Goodness gracious.
Well, it's hard to imagine what's going on out there. That was it just a regulation catch? He had 30 metres to see the ball. It wasn't hit that hard. I don't know what Deepak could have been thinking of.
This one's gone through. 4 runs for Graham Gooch. Patel has broken through in his first over and has bowled Graham Gooch. It's 83 for 1.
Well, here it is. The orthodox delivery just, well, actually it turned.
Boy, did it
One Gooch, well, it just turned so much, didn't it?
So Gooch departs, bowled by Patel for 30. It's 83 for 1. Graham Hick coming to the wicket to replace the England captain, Graham Gooch. Just dismissed by a lovely delivery from Patel on his very first over.
Yes, we're seeing it again. Gooch got pushed the bat out a little far, but it was the turn of the ball that beat Gooch. See it again here. Okay. Big gap between bat and pad, but that ball really turned.
He missed it by the proverbial mile, didn't he? Have a look here at the big gap.
Well, it's certainly a great view from stump fishing grounds, isn't it?
That tells it all, doesn't it? So Deepak Patel will be feeling better after that drop catch. Now here he is for Hick. Good shot from Hick. Outside the off stump and room to move the arms. And he slapped it away through the covers for 4.
Well, that's his answer. And it's not a bad one. Hick goes high over the top. It is 6 runs, a magnificent strike from Graham Hick. Well, that's ominous. And the England 100 up in the 34th over, and what a magical way to bring it up.
Well, it's a bit like having net practice, is this. Full of confidence, Graham Hick, straight down the pitch and smash him over mid-off for 6. Thank you very much, Deepak. Deepak Patel played with Worcester, so does Graham Hick. He might have just have been having a bit of practice there at Worcester.
Stewart, that might be his 50. He's hit it well. He needs to get 3. He's looking for it right after it. And Alex Stewart coming back comfortably for his 3, which completes his 4th Test half century and his 2nd in this series, with 148 in Christchurch in the first innings there, the only innings. And now 50 not out here at the Basin Reserve in the 3rd Test. It's 106 for 1. Hicks going for it again. This time it's on the onside. It's high again over long on 6. No question about it. Magnificent cricket strike again.
Well, I think, Al, there'll be a change in the field this time because this is almost dismissive. One hand just whacks it almost casually, saying, take that. I'm still in having net practice. I fancy your bowling, and I'll just dismiss you out of the park.
Yes, really, I'm not quite there, but I'm still going to hit it. So Hicks now striking him through the offside. It's going to be chased hard to the boundary, but it's going to be second for the fielder.
Back live after drinks. Great shot by Alex Stewart. Nobody in the deep. That's 4 out through backward points. The first ball of Chris Cairns' new over, short and wide, and dispatched by Alex Stewart.
And he's hit that one away. That's in the air, but it's way up to the vacant spaces at deep forward square or mid-wicket.
Well, that was really a slow long hop, but he dismissed it, didn't he? One-handed, took the bottom hand off the bat again.
One-handed stuff is sort of almost contemptuous, isn't it?
Oh, it's beach cricket for him.
Well, that's played beautifully off the back foot. It's beaten Patel at point. It's a long chase for Rod Latham. And he gets a big cheer in front of that big crowd.
And now we're going to see what Mr. Hick can do to Mr. Jones.
Well, he's driven that, and that's 4. No need to chase that.
Easy, easy, lovely. Do you remember that song of, was it Nat King Cole, those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer? That was almost all those words in the stroke, weren't they?
So Alex Stewart on strike. They're on 65, batting very well. Ooh, that nearly got through. That was a good Yorker.
Always a dangerous ball, a Yorker, especially when runs are coming a little easily. You suddenly slip one in, the batsman's not expecting it, and how nearly that got Stewart.
Oh, yes, just an inside bottom edge. Well bowled, Chris Cairns. Oh, he's cut that one over the top of point. He's really got hold of it. And that's 4 more.
Hasn't Hicks' ebullience really affected Stewart? I mean, he's now
catching, isn't it?
whacking it high, wide, and handsome and saying, anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh, he's called a quick one here. This might be close. I think he would have been out had that hit.
Righty can't believe it.
English batsmen don't need to be taking quick singles when they're in the position as we're going to see now. I mean, this could have cost a wicket, and when you won for 150 odd, you don't need to be taking silly singles.
Yes, he was well out, wasn't he? Well, that's far too short. 4 runs for Stewart as Patel is short and wide outside the off stump. Looking at Murphy Seward disappear towards the R.A. Vance stand of the grove. That's the northern end, if you like. Oh, another good delivery. That was an uncertain shot from Hick. He might get 4 out of it. In fact, he'll get 3. Careful run outside. Oh, boy, that was close. That was close.
Good chase, good pick-up, and a good throw by Latham. Well, the batsman got the benefit of the doubt.
Hicker's out, bowled by Patel. And Patel strikes for the second time. Hicker's out for 43, and England to run 59 for 2.
Well, once again, a similar ball to what destroyed Gooch. Bat came out too far in front of the pad. A little bit of a gap, ball through it. End of Hicks' innings.
159 for the loss of 2. Robin Smith has arrived at the crease to replace Graham Hick. Hick bowled by Patel with this delivery.
Yes, if you see there, the bat didn't really come forward. Bat pushed out in front of the pad. Then that created the gap, and the ball turned just enough to go through that gap. Sort of a half-hearted shot by Hick, really.
So Patel now to the new man, Robin Smith. He's underway immediately, Smith. Long run here for Cairns, and time for a couple of runs here. So Smith is underway, he'll be pleased. Remember, he was out first ball in that first innings in Auckland.
Very important for Deepak Patel to keep the pressure on the two batsmen.
It's a lovely shot from Smith, and once again, after striking the ball, he just stands in the crease and sees the ball piercing the gap between extra cover and mid-off. His first boundary, a magnificent stroke again. So the breeze is still gentle. And a chance, was it? Yes, looked like one. With Patel having a big drive from Smith, and it flew to Crowe. We just have to have another look at that, but it looked to me as if the catch went down, Bob.
Yes, it certainly looked as if it carried.
Oh, no question.
Yes, no question about that.
But it didn't take long before another catch is made, although umpire Aldridge and umpire Dunn don't have to worry, because Smith's on his way, with Rutherford diving forward and picking up a catch which gives Deepak Patel his third wicket of the innings. Smith has caught Rutherford, bowled Patel for 6, and England are 169 now for 3.
Yes, well, this was another ball, short ball. Once again, looked as if it didn't come on. Smith looking to punt it through the onside. Rutherford diving forward. What a good catch it was.
So 169 for 3. Smith is leaving, and that brings Lamb to the wicket. Is it out? Alan Lamb stands. Dunn says not out. Latham had it. They were very excited, the New Zealanders. Stewart going for the pull shot again, and once again Patel's put it down. It's unbelievable. 2 in a row. That's impossible to believe. Stewart's had 2 pull shots, 2 short balls from Sewer. Twice he's hit them in the air, twice to Patel, and Patel's put them both down. Lamb going for the high shot over mid-off, using his feet beautifully, chipping it down over Andrew Jones all the way to the boundary. He's on his way with a 4. And here's Lamb going over the top over mid-on this time, and that's hit very well down to the boundary for 4.
A lovely shot by Alex Stewart, standing up on his toes and cracking it away through the offside.
I wish I knew how I thought this picture was going to develop. How do you? I mean, it does seem, it looks so strange, does it? Mopple, 5 all.
Oh, he's cracked that, and he's dropped. Dear oh me. Rod Latham in at a short mid-wicket position. Alex Stewart getting a short ball from Murphy Sewer. He stood back and cracked it straight to Latham, and down it went. Well, dear oh me. He pulled it round. He got hold of it quite solidly. He's not too far from the bat, probably about 10 or 12 metres. But it was certainly very catchable. But down it went. Giving himself a bit of room, just dabbing it down. There's no one backward a point. Martin Crowe's lumbering after. He's got a problem, it seems, with that leg, because he wasn't running too quickly, and they came back for 3.
Afraid it's a bit hobble-de-hoy, isn't it, with Martin Crowe? End of the over, 188 for 3.
Pulled away by Stewart. That's a lovely shot. Straight out to the fence for 4 runs. Patel with all 3 wickets for New Zealand, 3 for 61. Oh, that's a lovely shot by Lamb. Beautifully played. And this will go all the way to the fence. Another 4 to Alan Lamb.
That's why it is so important for Martin Crowe to get a hold of Deepak Patel and say, come on, you must bowl well for the next couple of overs, I think.
Short behind, is he? Yes, he is. A little touch from Alan Lamb. Deepak Patel has his 4th wicket, and England are 215 for 4.
Well, as I said, Alan Lamb trying to score. He doesn't like being defensive, kept tight, and he's always trying to score. And if you can bowl well at him, you always have a chance. He's trying to run it away. Little fine nick to the great delight of the New Zealand players, and that was well earned by Deepak Patel.
So Lamb departs for 30, and England 215 for 4. So let's have a look once again at the dismissal of Alan Lamb.
Looking to score all the time, Alan Lamb, looking for that late cut, and well bowled, Deepak Patel.
Alan Lamb didn't need to be told he was off. So it's been a mixed day today for Deepak Patel. He's got 4 wickets and dropped a couple of catches. Meantime, it's back to Chris Cairns.
That might be it. He's going to have to hurry, though. Will he get there? He does. Stewart's made it. He's made his 2nd century of this series, and it's his 3rd century in all in the last 4 tests. Alex Stewart has scored 3 centuries, and this one has been a super innings.
Well, that's a beautiful shot by Alex Stewart, and that'll go down to the fence for 4 runs. Beautifully timed.
There was nothing at all tight about that stroke, was there? Lovely shot.
Morrison's got through Stewart right at the end of the day, as in Christchurch. Morrison with a beautiful Yorker beat and bowled Alex Stewart, whose long innings has come to an end, and once again the disappointment shows in the young man's face. Stewart has been bowled by Morrison for 107, and England now are 235 for 5.
Here it is again, a ball that actually moved into Stewart. He looked to get forward to drive it, didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball seemed back into him. Probably one of Danny Morrison's better deliveries.
Well, maybe the effort of Andrew Jones in showing Danny Morrison how to swing the ball has paid a dividend. With a quicker ball swinging in, and Morrison delighted his 1st wicket of the day, and Stewart is out, bowled his magnificent innings. 107 is over. Just a wee bit too quick for him, wasn't it? And you can see the disappointment in his face.
The end of a long, patient innings by Stewart. Full marks to Stewart for the way he's batted for his side.
So it's 235 for 5. And it's not Ian Botham. It's David Lawrence, his 1st appearance in the series. The last ball of the day, and it's left alone by Lawrence. So that's the end of the 1st day. In the 3rd test, it's 239 for 5 after 1 day's play.
Here's the board at the end of the day then. 239 for 5. Alex Stewart worked hard to score his 2nd century of the series, and there were some fine shots played by Graham Hick and Alan Lamb. Deepak Patel was New Zealand's most successful bowler today for last session to claim his only wicket of the day.
Play with no addition to the overnight score.
And England underway immediately. Dermot Reeve, 1 run down to long leg. And good morning, Henry.
Good morning, everything. Well, the first drama is going to be David Lawrence, Sid Lawrence as he's known. Puts the bat, doesn't he, on the ground as though he means business.
Oh, he's gone for a big shot. He's got it over the top of slips and down to 3rd man for 4.
That was rather a scholarly looking stroke.
And he's out.
Yes, he is, indeed. Caught in the gully. It was a rather amusing dismissal. He played it, and he made it look as though it was a perfect shot and stayed there, but actually it was just above the ground, and it was Blair Hartland there, wasn't it, who quickly pouched it.
Yes, just pushing forward, as you say, Henry. This is quite nonchalant, pushing forward, but in the air off a thick outside edge, straight into the gully, and gone. So Ken Rutherford taking the catch, David Lawrence gone, England 248 for 6. Well, here he is, the man of the moment. 100 tests for England. Ian Botham coming to the wicket at the Basin Reserve.
Okay.
So he's taken guard, 4 to come. We heard umpire Aldrich say the 4th Englishman to play 100 tests for England. So let's go back to why he's there, and this is the dismissal of David Lawrence, really pushing at a ball, thick outside edge, didn't keep it down, and it went into the gully, and Ken Rutherford took the catch.
It was almost off the middle, actually, near open face, wasn't it?
So big Ian Botham. And he's off the mark here. Down to fine leg, very fine, beats Danny Morrison, 4 runs. So England on to 253 for 6 from New Zealand's point of view. Opportunity perhaps with the new man in to break through. Well, very short. Oh, and he's cracked that. Through cover. Extra cover. Long chase for Patel, but 4 more.
And now it's Ian Botham in strike. Well bowled by Cairns. So 3 runs to Botham. He's 12. It's 266 for 6.
Oh, that slipped through just outside the off stump.
Beautifully played by Botham, finding the gap on the offside. Chris Cairns has got the chase out to deep extra cover. 2 runs for Botham here.
But he's not scratching around. I mean, he looks like once he decides to go for it, he might well get hold of one and hit it a long way. And it's in the air. He's caught. Chris Cairns takes the catch at mid-off. He went for the big shot. He didn't hit it at all well. So Murphy Sewer has got rid of Ian Botham, and another English wicket is down.
I think it was the pitch, really, that undid Botham. It's not ballers not coming on. It's not a pitch you can hit through the line, which is what he did do, and it was up in the air, and Cairns did well to get down to it. And New Zealand, lo and behold, are taking their catches today.
Good stuff. So 277 for 7. Well, the new man, Jack Russell, making his way out to the middle, and we'll have another look at the Ian Botham dismissal. Yes, it just held up a bit, perhaps, didn't it, Henry?
That was lovely on stump vision, wasn't it? I really enjoyed that.
Put it a bit high on the bat, really.
And what a good catch.
Yes, it was well taken, wasn't it? Clean as a whistle. There he is, Chris Cairns. So Jack Russell underway immediately, just guiding it down to 3rd man for 1.
Oh, it's a good call for LBW, but the umpire is impassive. Come on, matey. Before it hits the ground, and Sewer has his 2nd wicket. Reeve out for 18.
Here it is again. Once again, Reeve got just a little too far forward. Bat came out too far, actually full face. He just helped it on his way. Latham did the rest. Well bowled, Sewer. Justly deserved wicket, Peter.
Reeve out for 18 after 167 minutes. And the wicket falling at 286. It's now 286 for 8.
So it's been a good morning for New Zealand. 3 wickets have fallen. And, 47 runs have been added. And Murphy Sewell's got 2 of those wickets. So here he goes now to De Freitas. Welcome back, Jeffrey. Let's have a look now at that dismissal of Dermot Reeve.
Well, he's just playing forward, working it to the onside, and it just pops off of the splice to a fairly simple, neat catch by Rod Latham. Watch him working. He's working it to the onside, and he just gets into it too soon, and it just pops up. Very nice, neat catch. And today they've caught everything that's gone. On top of that, his bowlers are both very tight for him. They made it hard work for Bolton to score, hard work for Reeve to get going. They cleaned up the tail end of Lawrence very quickly. So now it's important just to keep England tight.
Well, that's a lovely shot. Jack Russell should be able to come back for a 3rd run here. Well, that's a lovely shot from Russell. It'll get onto the practice wickets and really fly, and Danny Morrison did well to keep it out for time for 3 runs. Well, that was the most decisive stroke played by Jack Russell. Lovely throw from Morrison.
So it's Danny Morrison bowling to Jack Russell. Big appeal, first ball after lunch. He's gone. Well, he can be a real nuisance, Jack Russell. But Danny Morrison's done exactly what New Zealand wanted him to do. First ball after the break, and now England at 298 for 9. Danny Morrison has picked up his 2nd wicket.
Yes, well, that ball was reasonably full, and Russell just perhaps going across the line a bit. Good one to get straight after lunch, no doubt about that. The line, the length was right, and what a great breakthrough. And perhaps 300 maybe just too far away with Tufnell to come.
Right, so just Phil Tufnell left. Jack Russell gone for 18, and England 298 for 9.
Neil Stump. Oh, in the end, but... Oh, he's got runs. He's a marvellous stroke. I mean, Richard Trumpet couldn't say it was better than Rod.
Never saw him.
So it's a couple of runs for Phil Tufnell from the last ball of Danny Morrison's over. England have posted their 300. They're 9 wickets down. Danny Morrison has 2 for 44. It's 301 for 9.
That's a good shot. He'll be looking for 2 to keep Tufnell away from it. No trouble.
Oh.
Hit on the pad, appeal for LBW, he's gone too. So 2 wickets have fallen in 7 balls to Danny Morrison after lunch. The 9th and the 10th have gone, and England are all out for 305 with De Freitas, LBW to Morrison for 3. Tufnell is left, 2 not out, and 305 sees England dismissed just after lunch on the 2nd day. And let's look at it again.
Yeah, it's just a little shuffling shot by Philip De Freitas. Never really got forward, look. Just going across the crease, dead straight, easy to give LBW to.
So just 66 runs added to their overnight total. England all out for 305. Good bowling from Deepak Patel, who took 4 for 87, and Danny Morrison, who finished with 3 for 44. We now join the New Zealand innings.
And Hartlett off the mark, off the 2nd ball. And so he'll be a greatly relieved young man. A pair in Auckland, as we know, but underway here in Wellington. So New Zealand's first run on the board. Here he comes, first ball, bowling to Hartlett. Yes, he's certainly built like a prize fighter, Lawrence. He's a huge man. Nicely turned by Wright. Lawrence is hovering down there at fine leg, and I'd imagine he'll possess a fairly good arm.
Very attacking field. Oh, it's in the air. He's gone. Ian Botham made no mistake in the slips. Blair Hartland going for a forceful shot, took the outside edge. It flew very quickly to Botham, but he was equal to the task. So New Zealand have lost their first wicket.
Yes, as we said, John, getting one in the right place at his pace. Just, you know, just a little wide, but Hartland played at it, and of course, you said it was going like anything, and then Botham made it look so easy, really, didn't he?
So the first breakthrough for England. New Zealand 3 for the loss of 1 wicket. Oh, he's very agile. He got around there quickly, but there's overthrows. No one manages to grab it as it goes past keeper Russell, and the New Zealand batsmen cash in. John Wright picks up a couple.
Seven for one, and that's a lovely shot of his back foot. Andrew Jones clipping it behind point. Playing well, though, again from the back foot, jumping Andrew Jones. Has hit it through the covers.
Wright goes back and swings him away through mid-wicket. This will be the first boundary of the innings. It's taken over an hour to come, but John Wright finally clouts a 4, and it's 25 for 1. Wright goes again.
It's another long hop, and it's got its desserts, 4 more runs.
Good.
Oh, loose ball. He swung it away. This will be 4. Just straying down leg side. John Wright quickly onto it, swinging away, and he's got 4 runs.
It's great to have a keeper who's encouraging the bowlers all the time. He's giving him a lift. There's a shorter ball, you see, and Wright makes some capital out of it. Just with a shade shorter, and Wright took the opportunity to play it crisply behind point. And there's the New Zealand 50, and at the end of the over, it's 51 for 1.
Well, these two are batting better than they did in Christchurch, and Peter Sharp saying a moment or two ago that New Zealand have learned the lesson. Well, certainly these two have. Well, I think John Wright had learned the lesson then, but Andrew Jones is making a better fist of it now.
He swung this one around the corner. It's a long chase down there for Graham Hick, and they come back for a comfortable 2.
What a lovely throw that was. Beautiful piece of fielding by Hick.
Good shot by Jones. His first boundary. It's taken him nearly 2 hours to hit it. And he's gone to 27. This one's on its way down towards the 3rd man boundary with Hick chasing. And they settle for the 2 runs. Lovely throw again from Graham Hick. Ball in the air from Jones. Down to the fence for 4, though.
So John Wright on 35. And Ian Botham having his first bowl of the Test match. So New Zealand are 77 for 1, and Andrew Jones getting his first look at Botham. Well, that was a rank long hop, which has been pulled for 4.
Ian Botham just started his second over. And Jones goes for it again through mid-wicket. He saw it early. He was in marvellous position. And a wonderful shot from Andrew Jones. Jones working through mid-wicket. That's a very good shot. That might Happy's 50. Reeves chasing it hard. Will they come back for 3? They will. And Andrew Jones completes his 7th Test half-century here at the Basin Reserve in Wellington.
Yes, suddenly these last 2 overs have slightly sort of changed the balance a bit, haven't they? I mean, it's just changed the emphasis of the game.
Oh, that was a good ball, and that's beaten everybody.
Let's wait and see whether that was buys or runs.
It's brought up the 100, whatever it was, it's buys. Didn't hit anything on the way through, says umpire Steve Dunn, and that ends the over.
He's got runs this time. Away down towards third man. He's got 2, and they might look for the 3rd run, and Jones is coming quickly, and that is the 100 partnership between John Wright and Andrew Jones, and applause all round. And now Wright and Jones with that 100 partnership, which has come up in 7 minutes short of 3 hours. They're just going to put a little more pressure on John Wright. Dermot Reeve is coming very close at silly point now. Wright, though, playing with the pad, so 2 balls left in the day's play. Andrew Jones's job for the day is almost over. John Wright still has a little bit of work to do. One ball remaining on the second day's play of this match. England all out today for 305 and New Zealand 104 for 1. And it's Hick bowling to Wright. And he sees it out okay, so that ends a very satisfactory day from New Zealand's point of view here.
So a good recovery made by New Zealand after that early setback.
Is Wright. The first runs of the morning. A boundary for Wright. And in fact, it's the first runs scored from 9 overs. There he goes. He's got his 50. It's a lovely shot too. Picking it up. So John Wright takes his second boundary of the morning and brings up his 22nd half-century here in the Basin Reserve.
Well, just what John Wright needed. A ball fully pitched just outside leg stump, and he helped it on its way around the corner. But full marks to Wright. It's been a tremendous 50.
Well, Jones getting his first runs of the day, and what a spanking shot from Andrew Jones. He thinks that he might have to run, but really you don't need to, Andrew. It's all the way to the boundary, a marvellous shot. Wright driving, that's a good shot too. He's got that through very well indeed. A chase for Lamb.
Down the wicket driving. Oh, it's through. Bad misfield by Lawrence. He slid across, but the ball got past. So 4 more to Andrew Jones.
Oh, that's a good shot. It's a typical John Wright. A lovely. He's so quick to spot a slight error in length.
Oh, giving himself room, cracking it away. He's got through the field, Andrew Jones. So 151 now. And here's more runs, and this will be the 150 partnership. It might be 4, but no, Big David Lawrence drags it in comfortably enough. So 150 partnership up for these two. Marvellous effort coming in with the score at 3 for 1 when Andrew Jones arrived. They're still there with the score at 153. Jones 71, Wright 72. Oh, he's crashed this one away. First ball of the Tottenham over, and Andrew Jones on the back foot again, playing another lovely shot through the offside.
These two players now really starting to take this England spin bowling attack apart, Jeffrey.
Well, there's been a bit of loose rubbish going down by English bowlers these last 10 minutes.
Right again, lovely shot. This will be another 4. Just backward a point, another short ball from Hick. Right, pulls it away, 4 more. Right goes again, 4 more. Tucknell dropping short, and Wright punches him away for another boundary.
And you don't bowl like that to him anyway, because that's meat and drink for John Wright. Wright goes for it again, and he gets it to mid-wicket. A magnificent stroke from John Wright to bring up his 12th Test 100. Wright is 101, and he's blazing. And there's the 200 for New Zealand. 200 for 1. Wright just settling down, taking guard. Perhaps on his way to his 2nd century. And he goes again through mid-wicket, picked it up beautifully, and they just look around, fieldsmen looking at each other to see who's going to get it, really saying, well, it's not me, it's you. Maybe they want both of them to go and get it.
Well, a marvellous partnership between these two players. Over 200 now. John Wright has his century. We're waiting now for Andrew Jones. Beautifully timed shot by Jones, forward square. Remprecast can give that away. That's 4 more. Lovely shot, magnificent shot.
Wasn't that an absolute gem? It was a half volley. He saw it early, hit it into the gap between mid-off and the bowler, and well, John Wright really is giving everyone an object lesson.
Shot.
Oh, beautiful stroke.
Long chase out there for Stewart, and the batsmen have time for 3 runs.
Oh, he's hooked it away. Has he got hold of it? Yes, he has. It's 4 runs and 100 runs for Andrew Jones. Marvellous shot, marvellous innings. Big crowd here at the Basin loving it. And that was short, going down leg side. Andrew Jones very quickly into position, swung it away, and Lawrence had no chance down it. Wide, long on. Long leg, rather.
What a tremendous innings of Jones's. He's just waited for the loose ball, hasn't he? And this is the great ability that Jones has got. The loose ball, he gets away to the fence, doesn't he?
Yes, he puts it away.
He'll be a very relieved man. He's really worked for this 100. And to get 100 in front of his home crowd, tremendous innings.
Yes, a real fighter, Jonesy, and rewarded now. Marvellous innings. 101, facing both of them. Oh, driven beautiful. Wide of Tucknell. You can give it up, Tucknell. And 4 more. Oh, lovely shot. That's through. 4 more. .403 minutes for John Wright. Tremendous concentration the man has. Disciplines himself just to... 403 minutes for John Wright. Tremendous concentration the man has. Disciplines himself just to stay in, to keep focusing. Good shot. He might be out this time. Wright's gone. Caught by Reeve at mid-off. And that fine innings of John Wright and the partnership with Jones has ended with Wright coming down the pitch
to Lost Tufnell. Not quite getting to it. A leading edge carrying it up in the air. And Dermot Reeve made no mistake, but what a magnificent innings from Wright. He's out for 116, and New Zealand are 244 for 2. And Crowe gets off the mark.
Jones gets a hold of this one. It's gone high in the air and is bouncing away to the fence for 4 runs. Well, he's on 1, Crowe, facing Hick. Strong appeal. Not out, though. Partnership between Jones and Wright at 241 runs for that second wicket. Jones driving, pleasant shot. Reeve chasing. Now this will get onto the practice pitches and fly a bit. And Reeve's done well. And 3 runs for Andrew Jones.
A little bit of confusion, but it's through. Bad misfield that. And, well, Robin Smith did his best to stop it, but to no avail.
Just Crowe going up and over the top, using his feet to Hick, and hitting the ball down to the long arm boundary.
Oh, he's got this one through, but there's a man deep. Alex Stewart does the fielding, but not before Andrew Jones comes back for 2.
What a lovely play that was. Beautiful piece of fielding right into Jack Russell's gloves.
Over-pitched, driving. Oh, he's got it through. Alan Lane can't stop it. Alex Stewart might be able to. Should speed up on those practice pitches.
Well, there was nothing too dusty about that stroke, was it? Beautiful cover drive. Another lovely throw, too, by Stewart.
Down the wicket, driving. Oh, he's beaten it on. Lovely shot from Andrew Jones. Oh, he's given himself room. Lovely shot. Well, he really spanked that one. Oh, he's dropped it short, and Martin Crowe's got hold of this one. Dermot Reeve battling after it.
That's 4 runs. He won't get to that.
No, the crowd loving it all over there. And there we are, New Zealand in front. If that's the right term. Oh! It's rolled in. Well, over-pitched. Yorked, really. He yorked himself. He went to drive, and it got through under the bat, or just perhaps outside the bottom of the bat. So Andrew Jones's long innings has come to an end. He's been bowled by Graham Hick. But a marvellous effort, 144, Andrew Jones.
Oh, misfielding. Crowe looking for the second, and he'll go. Illingworth. And almost an overthrow in the other direction as the ball hits the stumps. Crowe has played it on. Not for the first time this summer. He is out for 30, and it's 312 for 4. Away they go. And Latham underway. So Latham has his first run in Test cricket. He joins Rutherford on 1, and at the end of the over, it's 313 for 4.
Good ball from Tufnell. Russell appealing for the stumping. He must have seen just a slight movement. We'll see if we can see that again from side on. To see whether Latham did in fact lift. Oh, just looked as if he was going out, but then went back again. But a marvellous piece of work from Jack Russell. That'll give Latham just a little bit of concern. Quicker ball, which brings Latham his second run. and his third. But once again, just turning it quietly, and a single for him takes him to 4. It ends the over, and it's 322 for 4.
Oh, down the wicket. He's gone for a big shot. He's got hold of it, and it bounces down in front of the sight screen and into it for 4.
Well, that was a good burst for freedom by Rod Latham, and it may loosen him up a bit.
Just giving himself a bit of room. Oh, dear, I mean, this could be a run out, and Rutherford is running. That's a terrible mix-up. Well, it was hit out to Graham Gooch, who was only, 15 metres from the bat. Rutherford was coming through. Latham, in the end, said no, and Rutherford was nowhere. He tried to get back, but he was a mile out.
Seemed like a bit of bat in that.
I think that's a drop catch. Went very sharp. Back pad, quick, low down. Yes, that's a trap. I think that's a chance.
Sweeping fine here, Patel, so he's underway. Just the one run down to Hick, fielding on the boundary, done a deep backward square leg, so Patel has one. Latham gets a long hop outside the off stump and hits his second boundary. A dreadfully short ball from Tufnell, but Latham puts it away. Nicely gagged away by Patel. Long chase for Stewart, who can really run. And the batsmen have completed 3 runs. Delicate little shot, no slip in. Full toss, and hacked away. Gift delivery from Graham Hick. And Patel knew what to do with that one.
Well, that's about his second, what I call really bad delivery all day, full toss. The full toss that Alan Lamb got hit on the shin with, and now a full toss, that's just tiredness, I think. I think it's just got to him towards the end of the day. If you think about it, England have been bowling this test match without 3 of the bowlers that have played at Christchurch and at Auckland.
Loud appeal, and out. Patel is gone. Hick has his rewards. And New Zealand lose a 6th wicket at 340.
Well, that's a shake of the head by Deepak Patel as he was given out, but I think that's out. Look at this, you just can't sweep off a length. There's the ball, the arm ball, just went dead straight. And I just don't think you can sweep willy-nilly off the stumps.
So Patel departs just a few minutes before stumps, and New Zealand 340 for 6.
And that's how it finished. 3 days gone. New Zealand 35 ahead with 4 wickets left.
This test, England made 305. New Zealand in reply at stumps on day 3, 340 for 6. A wonderful partnership between Wright and Jones took New Zealand through to 244 before the 2nd wicket fell. Here's the England bowling figures. A lot of work done so far by Tufnell and Hick. They've got 2 wickets apiece. One to Lawrence, that was Blair Hartland, the 1st wicket to fall, and the other wicket has fallen. So far of 35, New Zealand looking to push on the 4th morning.
A bit of room, he's got it through. What a good shot. Didn't seem to have much power, but it just sped away off the bat. Struggling a bit out there on the boundary, but it's made it. Off the back foot. He stumped that one, and that's a beauty. Long chase for Lawrence. He does well.
That was a splendid stop, wasn't it?
Oh, overpitched. Swung away. Thank you very much. Well hit by Latham. Oh, down the wicket. Over the top. Well hit. And that's 4 runs.
What a fine stroke that was.
Well, Latham's been bowled by Hick. Playing across the line, swinging across it. And Hick gains another wicket, his third, with Latham bowled Hick for 25. And New Zealand are now 369 for 7.
Yes, here we go, Rod. He likes to play that shot. He was aware of keeping on with the game, keeping the runs coming, but that one just turned a little, kept a little low, if anything, Peter.
So Latham ends his first innings in Test cricket in this manner. Swinging across the line. It would have been a safer shot if he'd played it down the ground, trying to hit in the V, but he tried to wipe it across to mid-wicket, and the head went with the ball in the direction that he was hoping to take it. Bang, a marvellous shot for on-stump vision.
Ian Smith away through mid-wicket, one of his favourite shots. May just be overhauled, and the batsmen are coming for their 3rd run. Well, this is a situation really tailor-made for Ian Smith's batting style. Swept very fine. He might get this to the fence. And he does. So Smithy back at the crease. Oh, he could be out. No, it's over the top. Good shot.
Yes, looking from where we are, quite high up, I felt like you initially, and it was down Gooch's throat.
Yes, we're very high in this advanced stand, and looking from that angle, it didn't seem to be going that high, but he hit it a lot better than we gave him credit for. And it went well clear.
Yes, that was a good bottom-handed blow, wasn't it?
Well, it's positive stuff. And he's gone again. This is a lot higher, but it will probably, yes, it stopped. It's the old chip to the green, that one. So Jack Russell racing after this one.
And there's the 400 for New Zealand. So 400 up with a leg by.
Oh, it's got hold of that one better, and that'll go away for 4. Alan Lamb had no chance. And again, Graham Hick just dropping short and a little wide. Oh, it's bowled. Well, the big slog, and he missed it, and it hit the stumps.
So, at any rate, Hick may not have been the best of the spinners today, but he's the most successful. Picked up a couple of wickets. He's now got 4 for 116, I think it is.
Yes, New Zealand losing their 8th wicket with Ian Smith, and tossed up. He decided to go for it and missed it. Spun a bit, hit mainly leg stump, didn't it? So Ian Smith, a brief but exciting innings.
And now we're going to have Murphy Stewart to see if he can continue the good work of that 36 in the second innings at Auckland.
He showed that he's capable of hitting the ball and hitting it rather well.
And that's exactly the reason that he's coming in now. Smithy having a tremendous wipe there and missing. And the middle leg stumps taking the damage, but it didn't go very quickly, and I don't think stump vision will have had a nasty shock that time.
Today, 12:30.
Oh, he swept that. He's got it through. Bad fielding from Ellingworth again. He probably should have stopped that.
Lovely throw there. Beautiful throw from Hick.
Well, and here's Stewart getting some of them. That's a lovely shot. He hit that better than I first thought. It raced away. And he bowled quicker too, but what a lovely shot from Murphy Sewer. A half volley which was treated by the number 10 batsman for New Zealand with the quality of shot that we saw yesterday from John Wright.
It's an hello ball at this time of the day.
Sewer goes again, down the ground. Tremendous cricket shot from Murphy Sewer. My word, this fellow can bat.
Beautifully taken by Russell. Appeal, and he's gone. So Cairns is out, caught down the leg side by Jack Russell. Didn't appear to be a great deal of excitement amongst the English fieldsmen, but Cairns was well aware that he had touched it, and Russell's come up with a very good catch.
Yes, it just went down the leg side. You could almost say he strangled him out there. A little glance off the bat. We've all done it. You look to glance it and you get it a bit too fine. The keeper catches it and you think, oh, I just needed a bit more bat on that. I think it was 4 runs.
Good innings from Chris Cairns. So he departs out for 33, and New Zealand 430 for 9. New Zealand's lead at the moment is 126 runs. And the best part of 2 days remaining. 5 sessions left. This should be the last over before lunch. And Sewer with a nice drive down to long off, gets 1 run. Last ball now. Copybook forward defensive stroke played by Danny Morrison, and the players turn and head now for the pavilion. That is lunch on the 4th day of this test match. And New Zealand will go to lunch at 432 for 9 after starting the day at 340 for the loss of 5. So it's been a very good morning for New Zealand.
At lunchtime, Martin Crowe declared the New Zealand innings closed at 432 for 9, centuries to Wright and Jones yesterday. Today, Rod Latham making a useful contribution in his first test for 25. Chris Cairns played well for 33. Ian Smith was aggressive for 21. And at the end, Murphy Sewer played some very good shots indeed to beat 20 not out. A lead for New Zealand of 127 on the first innings. And look at the work done by the England spin bowlers. Phil Tufnell put down 71 overs for 2 wickets. And the most successful bowler, Graham Hick, 4 for 126 off a marathon 69 overs. In the hands of Danny Morrison and Chris Cairns, going out to open the batting for England again. Remember, they're 127 runs behind Graham Gooch and Alex Stewart.
Now Cairns. Gooch to 4. That's the England total. Well, it came back from the edge. It was kept under control by Gooch, but it was just sneaking towards the outside edge and wasn't far away from carrying from the edge of the bat.
Nice shot here from Alex Stewart. Beautifully timed. Sewer has the chase, and he'll get to it. And the batsmen have time for 3 runs.
Super shot, wasn't it?
Topped into his stumps earlier in the over affect him. He didn't get behind it. He played it with his bat in front of him, and it lobbed there into the gully, and a good falling catch by Ken Rutherford.
So a big breakthrough here for New Zealand. Let's have another look at it.
Well, he had his bat in front of his body. He didn't control the stroke at all, unlike Gooch, and he just bubbled away off the top of the bat, and Rutherford made no mistake at all, and that is the breakthrough that New Zealand will badly have wanted. Gooch out,
He's a marvellous player. He rates #1 in the world. But there's no good having the best player in the world if he's back in the pavilion. 17 for 1.
So Hick has arrived because of this.
Yes, in that instance, Gooch almost taking a leaf out of Hick's book. He was in no position to play that. And Waite right on the back foot and with the bat out in front of him. It's a very good, a very well-placed short ball from Cairns.
Oh, dear me.
Well, that could so easily have gone onto the stumps off the inside edge there. Stewart having a great piece of luck.
Oh, he's got a hold of this one. That's a nice shot. Cairns dropping short, and Hick helped it on its way. And that's a confidence-boosting shot for Graham Hick off the last ball of the over, and it's 25 for the loss of 1.
And Ken Rutherford in the gully, waiting now. Or hooking away, got hold of that one very well indeed, no question about it. 4 runs. Oh, he's gone for the big drive, and he's got hold of it nicely straight down the ground. John Wright after it. It'll be touch and go. He should drag it in. So Danny Morrison back into the attack. Oh, he clipped that one away. That was a beautiful shot. It just raced away square.
Andrew Jones, top scorer for New Zealand with 143. Well, here comes Sewer. All the way through mid-wicket. That's off the 4. Nobody out on the deep. And Murphy Sewer is dropping it a bit too short there for a man like Hickley. He took some pretty good touch at that sort of delivery.
Well, that's right. That ball short, had plenty of time there, just stood up for him to play that shot. But Hicks had quite an indifferent start, actually, to this innings. So he had a couple of cut shots that he played and missed that. He had one where he could have been out caught that pad very early on in his innings. But since then, he has played some delightful shots. And of course, we know that Graham Hicks promised so much in Test cricket. He's really yet to deliver. Perhaps today is his day.
He's caught behind this time. He's out. And perhaps it's not his day. As Mr. Richards, you put the Hicks on Graham Hicks very nicely for the New Zealand side. Graham Hick caught by Smith. Murphy Sewer has a wicket in his first over. Hick gone for 22, and England 52 for 2, and still quite some runs behind, wiping off that deficit. Big wicket for Sewer, big wicket for New Zealand.
Yes, well, that's well bowled by Sewer, on target. It just started to go away a little bit. Hick just pushing forward, probably wanted to withdraw a little bit, and finds the edge. Smith takes the catch. That's a big wicket for New Zealand.
Graham Hick is the second batsman out for England. It's 52 for 2.
Driven well through extra cover. That's a lovely shot for an Alex Stewart.
It was easy to hit Rod Latham with one of them.
Just a bit slow getting away from that. There he goes again. Goodbye, Deepak Patel.
Oh, that's nicely played.
Minus 56 for 2.
Well, hasn't this man made progress in this series? Didn't play in the first test, of course. Came in for the second at Auckland.
He's taking it to it like a duck to water, hasn't he? I mean, he looks to me as though he might have been playing it all his life. He's certainly not nervous anymore.
Away it goes again. You can't drop short to Alex Stewart. That's a nice looking shot, and in fact it's through.
There was nothing indecisive about that. Lovely, wasn't it?
Beautiful shot. First boundary for Robin Smith. Oh, and it's just away from Latham. Whether there was any bat on it remains to be seen. But there was a lot of excitement in the New Zealand field there as the over comes to an end, 79 for 2.
Shorter just jumped on him a bit, but he's got away with it. He steered it down to the vacant third man area, and he's got 4 runs. Well, that's not a bad ball. He's just pushed it out for one. And this is Alex Stewart's 50. So another fine innings from this English opening batsman. He's had a marvellous series. Picked up 100 in the first innings, and now he's on to 50 in this innings. Unbeaten to date. Oh, is he gone? What a superb catch. No ball called. What a tragedy. Brilliant catch from Blair Hartland. Everyone on the ground thought it was all over, and umpire Dunn had his arm out for a no ball.
Well, what can one say? It all came together for Sewer here. How many times did he have Stewart drop there in the first innings? Twice?
Yes, he did.
How disappointing when you look around and see that the arm is out.
Yes, they've tried hard. They kept the pressure on. Ooh, over-pitched. He's driven, and it's 4 runs. He's in the air. There's a yell of catch it, but there was no one within cooey of it. And there's the 100. 102, in fact, England.
Stewart getting the second run and the third. Thank you very much, says Robin Smith. If you go short, I'll smash you to the mid-wicket boundary. Over the mid-wicket boundary.
Yes, this ball was too short. No man in the deep. Smith's a very strong puller of the ball. Look how he waits for this.
Oh, he swung it away. Short ball. And I'm not quite sure where that went. Oh, it's over. Yes. The umpire wasn't. 6 runs. Robin Smith cashing in 121 for 2. Here's a comfortable little single, just turned away on the leg side. So there we are, 127. And it's all square, is it, Henry?
All square, yep.
Heel for a catch down the leg side. He's out. Alex Stewart is out. Caught down the leg side by the keeper. And England 127 for 3.
Well, it looks to me like one of those disappointing, inexplicable ways of getting out. Little leg glance here, the glance going too fine. Straight into the gloves of Ian Smith. Yes, it didn't look to me as if it hit the pad. The pad was a long way away from the ball.
What a fine batting performance in this test match from Alex Stewart. England 127 for 3. Turned away by Lamb, so he is off the mark. Down to Murphy Seward. And England now on the credit side of the ledger. Oh, goodness me, nearly played it on. It's trickling away down behind the wickets. And they'll complete 3 runs. And we'll have a look in a moment, just see how close that was to the stumps. Patel can't believe it.
Same shot as he got out in the first innings, Alan. Watch this, he gets away to late cut, gets an underside edge, and oh, Ian Smith can't believe it. It went past that off stump.
For Smith.
The Lamb heading beautifully through extra cover. It won't get all the way. The speedster right will get it before there. Well, they only ran 2 there. They're not very urgent about it. I thought they might have gone for the third, but they just dawdled down the pitch for both of the runs.
Oh, it's through. Misfield.
And 4 runs.
Oh,
Oh, that's 4 runs. It deserved 4. It got it.
Yes, a so full toss gets what it deserves. Alan Lamb felt decisive on those.
Be a pity if New Zealand got a bit ragged here, Henry. They've got to keep concentrating, don't they?
Yes, they mustn't let England off the hook. And in fact, it's going to be terribly important the first hour tomorrow. And if there isn't a significant breakthrough then, or another one, as well as another one tonight, then I think England will have made the match safe. But from where we are at the moment, New Zealand still have an excellent winning chance, I think.
Oh, that was another nasty delivery. That's one like the one that got Gooch. And there's no third man, and Martin Crowe doesn't make it. But that was a good delivery, Henry.
Yes, it was. And he has got the ability. He's a great tough lad, Chris Cairns. He gets the ball up from not so very far short of a length, doesn't it? And it rises sharply and surprises the batsman. And Alan Lamb, in fact, whipped his bottom hand off, and I thought made a pretty good job of improvisation then to keep that one down.
Yes, he did well.
This one's gone away down towards fine leg. It's a very long chase. And the batsman should have time to come back for the third run. Chris Cairns having to make a lot of ground there. And there was a little nick on that, so it was turned very fine by the batsman, Robin Smith. Well, that's a beautiful shot. Lovely timing from Smith. Away through mid-wicket for 4. Shot off the back foot. Jones has a long chase. And they'll come for a third run. Last ball on day 4 of this test match. Bell bowling it to Robin Smith, and that indeed is stumps now. On the 4th day, the players head for the pavilion, and England will take a lead of 44 runs into the final day of this test match. They have 7 second innings wickets in hand. And it has once again been a fascinating day's play. Some good batting by New Zealand earlier today. And then England having to fight very, very hard in the early stages of their innings, losing Gooch, Hick and Stewart. But Smith and Lamb will resume on the 5th day with England at 171 for the loss of 3.
So England have fought hard to be at the end of the day 44 runs in credit. Another fine knock in this test match from Alex Stewart, Robin Smith and Alan Lamb, the 2 players to continue into the 5th and final day. A look at the New Zealand bowling figures. They've all been successful except for Danny Morrison. They've all tried hard. Threat on this 5th and final day. Let's go to the action then with Robin Smith and Alan Lamb to continue the battle for England.
Right, well, Danny Morrison's going to be the first bowler for New Zealand. Morrison with none for 24 so far from 13 overs. The only New Zealand bowler not to have taken a wicket as yet in this England second innings. 171 for 3, the first ball of the last day. And runs straight away for Alan Lamb. A comfortable 3 as Deepak Patel makes the long chase out to square leg. Ball too full and a bit too much leg side.
Well, that's a beautifully timed stroke. The right has another chase, but I think he can give it away. It's well timed and out to the fence for 4 runs. First boundary of the day. Catch taken. Let's have a look. Being claimed. The umpire's looking, and he's out. Yes, he's out. Lamb is out. Now, there's some discussion going on here. Martin Crowe thinks he had it. I think Ian Smith said, I don't think you did. The umpire gave him out. But Martin Crowe going down. Now, the umpires are going to have a chat here. And possibly Ian Smith had a better look than Martin Crowe, who took it.
Yes, well, I thought it didn't carry, but it happened so quickly. We'll have to see in this replay as to what actually happened. We see it here. Definitely bat on it. Once again, a little hard to tell, Grant.
Have a look at Ian Smith. He's not too excited.
Oh, no. I've got a feeling that landed just in front.
Well, Ian Smith had a very good look at it. He's standing right there. Crowe was in the process of diving, and Smith said no.
I felt that Lamb knew too that it hadn't carried.
Or driving, cracking shot. And here's 2 for Robin Smith, just behind square. Coming back. And there's his 50. So Robin Smith, 50 runs. It hasn't been a classic innings, but it's been a real fighting knock. And he's got through to 50. He had his moments, particularly yesterday. He floundered around, scratched around, but he fought on bravely for the cause. And all credit to Robin Smith. Well,
not if he bowls like that, he won't.
And that's a very comfortable 4. Actually, Henry, with bowling at that end now with the wind, it's not really the right end, is it? Although it's the footmark end for him.
Well, Smith cutting fiercely. And Patel fielding beautifully. That is not easy.
Excellent feeling here. Priceless runs saved from New Zealand's point of view. Splendid piece of left-hand fielding.
And watch the throw, too. It was a lovely throw. That's a good shot from Smith. That's going to go all the way, I think. That was beautifully timed. And Smith, using his feet well, picking the gap, hit the ball close to the fielders, but hit it so well that once it pierced the gap, it just raced across this outfield. Lamb driving, and he gets it past right. And there's his 50. Alan Lamb, his 19th Test half-century. And what a magnificent shot to bring it up.
Well, Alan Lamb, cracking shot, just leans into this. Doesn't even bother running. Lots of right hands. Plenty of power. He's a power player. Firm, hard shot player.
There he goes again, straight through the field. And all John Wright can do is just turn and run to pick the ball out of the gutter. Oh, he's missed.
Watch him, he yorks himself, gets too near the ball, and Ian Smith misses the chance. We did say the chances will come. You've got to grab them.
So he goes onto the back foot and cracks Patel behind point for 4.
Patel, perhaps that one chance of the mis-stumping, but other than that, very little's happened. These batsmen look so comfortable.
Nicely played by Lamb, backward at point. Cairns has the chase. He'll get to it just inside the boundary, so the batsman will have time for 3 runs. Yes, they have Lamb and Smith looking very comfortable. That's beautifully played by Smith. Oh, that's gone down to the fence. Searle tried to stop it with his boot, but Smith knew that it hit it pretty well, and it's gone for another boundary. So Robin Smith to 76.
Yeah, Sewer's got to get his line right this morning. We're seeing here that he's straight onto middle and leg, rather full. He's only got 3 men on the onside, so he can't afford to bowl on that line. He's got to get out and bowl a roundabout off stump, having the ball go across the right-hander.
Smith has gone to a marvellous cotton bowl. It's 249 for 4.
Well, as we said, get into off stump. That's the line you got to bowl. That's where he bowled it. And he's picked up a wicket. So a half-hearted shot from Smith. And all of a sudden, Murphy found I've got the ball in my left hand.
And that's out. So an excellent innings by Robin Smith comes to an end. Caught and bowled by Murphy Searle for 76, and England 249 for 4. First ball to Reeve. He's bowling. Reeve is out first ball. And Sewer is on a hat-trick, having bowled Dermot Reeve first ball, and it's 2:49 for 5.
Well, we're going to see this ball, we see the replay. Typical left-armer's delivery, just moved in the air slightly. Reeve went across the coverage off stump, as most batsmen do first time up. We'll see it here. And just clipped the leg stump. Bowled Murphy.
Dermot Reeve totally bemused by the whole thing, but he was bowled leg stump. 2:49 for 5.
Everything's happened for him, hasn't it, in this Test series? Wickets, runs, catches. He's had a tremendous series. He probably can't believe this is happening. Here we go again. You see that across the cover, little bit of movement, typical left-armer's delivery, moved in the air, and just clipped the leg bail. Actually played down the wrong line. He wanted to get on that front foot so early, and he played inside the line of the ball.
Well, let's give New Zealand some heart. No success in the first hour and 20 minutes. Suddenly 2 wickets in a row. Murphy saw then on a hat-trick, bowling to Ian Botham. And all a bit of an anticlimax as Botham lets it go. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a very good ball. He's cracked this one away through the covers. Long chase, but I think it'll make it. It does. Little sweeping. Oh, is that? He's been given out. LBW, Ian Botham gone. Sweeping and a loud appeal. Umpire Aldridge says you're out.
Well, this really has thrown the cat among the pigeons, hasn't it?
Well, it's a difficult one to tell, isn't it, Henry? But I suppose if you read the paper tomorrow morning, that's what it'll say. 2:54 for 6 England. Well, Jack Russell, the little England wicket-keeper, the left-hander coming out to replace Ian Botham, out LBW. And this is an interesting one, isn't it, Henry? What do you make of it?
It was turning. I personally think that was missing a leg stump.
It had that look about it, didn't it?
Yes, it definitely turned, and he was down the wicket too.
I thought before we saw the replay that it might have been the arm ball, but when we look at the replay, we see that it was actually the turning ball.
It was the off-break, yes. Now, I think I don't agree with umpire Woolridge there, but that's all right. It's
livened up the game.
Certainly it has.
Field for a back pad. Patel's demanding it, but I don't think it's going to be given.
Ball short, pulled away. That's 4 runs. Danny Morrison far too fine down at fine leg, and that went very square, and it was 4 from the moment it left the bat. He's played that nicely away through mid-wicket. That's a lovely shot. Patel's got a lot of ground to make, and they'll have time for 3 runs. Patel throws are normally good, and that's exceptional. Marvellous throw by Patel. 3 runs for Jack Russell.
Now, let's watch this again. Any youngsters watching? Look how he, not only the throw and the pick-up, watch how he runs hard to the ball. Runs as fast as he can. Then just steadies himself to make a nice pick-up. Nice and cleanly. Steadies himself again, and the throw comes right to the top of the stumps.
Lamb goes over the top. That's a lovely shot from Alan Lamb. And it's into the side screen. Let's have a look at the umpire. I think it might have been 6. And yes, it was. Lamb thumps it through the covers. Patel's coming again after it. And he has to give this one away. Lovely shot by Alan Lamb. Hit straight by Lamb. Good shot. White has a big chase, and he can give it away. It's 4 runs. Beautifully timed again by Alan Lamb. So he goes to 95 with that boundary, and England finished the over at 294 for 6. Russell pulls it nicely away through the leg side. That's a good shot. Picked it early and hits it for 4.
Lamb getting it through, and it's going to be his 100, his 14th from the back shot. And Mrs. Lamb and daughter applaud a wonderful innings, and he salutes them. He salutes his wife and daughter out here on the tour and completes his 14th Test century. It's his second against New Zealand. And believe it or not, he's had to wait 8.5 years since he had his last century against this country. Here's Lamb onto the back foot again. He does that very handsomely indeed, and Patel's got no chance at all. Cairns with the second ball of this innings. Russell driving. That's a good shot too. Sewer won't get to it.
Jack Russell growing in confidence now. Beautifully played out through the covers off the back foot. A long chase there for Deepak Patel. And it's a comfortable 3. Beautifully worked again by Alan Lamb. Ball full of length. And Patel for the second ball in succession has a long chase towards the boundary. And this time the ball wins the race. It's 4. Nicely timed by Alan Lamb. He's gone to 112.
Well, that's a lovely shot by Lamb. Magnificent shot through the covers. And that's another 4, and that's the 200 lead for England. Pulled away by Lamb. That's another delightful shot on the leg side. 4 runs. And the runs really coming rapidly now.
He's down the wicket. Thumped it straight down, high, wide, and handsome. And it's 6 runs. So there we are. The 350 has arrived, 355. And Alan Lamb moves to 138. So he's one off his top score.
Yes, he stood there for so long in a pensive mood. First ball of the over, he leaps into life and puts it right over the side screen at the far end of the ground.
Yes, our stump vision. Oh, he's doing a bow for our stump vision, Bob. The ball took off like a missile on our stump vision, didn't it? 1 for his record highest score in Test cricket. Equal, I should say. 140 will pass it. Oh dear. And that's it. That's 4 more. So Alan Lamb, his highest score in Test cricket, with a fine shot through the covers. Too short, too wide, paid the penalty. Oh, he's out. He's going to be out. He is out. Reverse sweep. And straight to Rod Latham at backward point. Alan Lamb getting a bit too clever perhaps, but he's done very, very well. A marvellous innings for 142 and trying to be, as I say, perhaps a little bit too smart. But fair enough, all credit to Alan Lamb. He saved the game for England and the crowd acknowledging that. And my word, he's played some cracking shots.
Yes, full marks to Lamb. That last over there, those last 3 balls he faced was certainly a mixture. Here we go. He's just going to, it's almost as if he's having Patel on, isn't it?
Yes.
But he paid the penalty for that unusual shot.
So it looks like the declaration has come, Bob. So Alan Lamb out, England declaring, and New Zealand are going to have just over a session to bat.
So the declaration coming just on 3 o'clock at 359 for 7. Alan Lamb making his highest score in Test cricket, 142 before he was the last man out. That was the innings which in essence has saved this Test match. for England. Jack Russell there at the end, 24 not out. The New Zealand bowlers toiled hard but couldn't get the wickets at the rate they wanted to. 3 for Deepak Patel, 3 for Murphy Sewer, 1 for Chris Cairns. So when New Zealand began batting at 20 minutes past 3, it meant about an hour and 40 minutes until the likely close of this test match at 5 o'clock, and a chance for John Wright and Blair Hartland and maybe some of the other top-order New Zealand batsmen to get some practice in against the England bowlers with the one-day series coming up. So let's see how the New Zealanders fared in their second innings. They did have an unlikely winning target of 233. That was out of the question. They were there to bat out time. Let's see how they did.
Start of the New Zealand innings. And David Lawrence bowling to Blair Hartland. New Zealand required from here to make 233. I think we can forget about that. And England requiring, of course, 10 wickets to win the game. Blair Hartland has a run here. He might even consider a second run. Yes, he will. Noticing that it was heading down towards Tufnell, who hasn't got the greatest of throws, Hartland came back for 2 runs, so he'll be feeling better for that. Turned down. Yes, he's gone. A very late decision made by Steve Dunn. I don't know whether he was waiting for John Wright to walk off or what it was, but he left it a long time before giving John Wright out, and Botham has struck.
Well, Wright didn't give any indication at all. Let's have a close look. Well, there wasn't any pad in it. If it hit anything on the way through, and it looked to be pretty close to the edge, and umpire Steve Dunn looks and looks, and then he responds to the plea of Ian Botham. 382 for Mr. Botham.
Right out for a duck. 4 for 1. Well, maybe the captain's decided, look, I'm going to have to take a hand here, settle things down, and he's underway with a single.
Well, it's off something. As it runs, it looks as if it's runs for Blair Hartland. Down to the boundary again. What's the call from Steve Dunn? It is 4 runs to Blair Hartland. Leg glancing in Botham, and the young Canterbury opener's gone through to 12. 13 for 1. Well, that's the first ball of the new over from David Lawrence, and he looks as if he's pulled something there, maybe a hamstring, perhaps a calf muscle, but he doesn't look in very good shape, David Lawrence. Let's take a look at this delivery again. Now, he puts a lot of effort into his deliveries, as we've said. Oh, went down on that leading leg, that left leg, as it came over. And there are screams for Laurie Brown, the England physiotherapist, to come out quickly. David Lawrence looks in real pain. Now, this could be bad news for Lawrence, particularly with the World Cup coming up. And Laurie Brown sprinting out to the middle at the moment. They're calling for a stretcher, in fact. So this is very sad as David Lawrence is stretchered off.
And now Crowe's come in at number 3 for New Zealand.
Straight down the ground, just missing the stumps at the bowler's end. Looks pretty well timed. It should go all the way with Derek Pringle on, chasing it, but he doesn't catch it.
Oh, that's very low, and Hartland's out. Hit him very low down, and Brian Aldridge quickly had the finger up, and Blair Hartland's innings is over. LBW to Botham for 19. That's 24 for 2.
Yes, we'll see in this replay here. There's no doubt about bowling wicket to wicket is the answer on this wicket. Bit of variance and bounce. Came in close. Hartland shuffling around the crease line. Never really went back. Perhaps it's a ball he could have got forward to, and no doubt about that. Kept a little low. Pitched in line.
Nice shot from Jones again, just pushing away. Fast outfield. And the batsman looking for a 3rd run, and they'll go for it too. Good running. So 3 more to Jones, who's looking very comfortable out there.
Jones is out. He padded up to a ball that came back, and umpire Steve Dunn said that's out. So Andrew Jones gone. Dermot Reeve, the successful bowler, and New Zealand lose their third wicket.
Well, this is what Dermot Reeve does well. He swings the ball. It looks fairly innocuous. His pace is not great, but he swings it out and he swings it in. And you'll see this ball just angling through the air. Oh, let him on the inside of the pad.
So New Zealand losing their third wicket, 3 for 41.
Well, New Zealand lost a few wickets, but there were no real problems for them. The game finishing at 5 o'clock in a draw with New Zealand at 43 for 3 in their second innings. And in the England bowling figures, 2 wickets for Ian Botham, 1 for Dermot Reeve, but very bad news indeed for David Lawrence, a serious knee injury. He's having an operation in Wellington, and it appears as if David Lawrence will be out of cricket for the rest of 1992. After the end of the match, I spoke with the England captain, Graham Gooch.
44 for 3 overnight. If Martin Seaman had got a couple of quick wickets, obviously they were right in it, and they were still well in it at lunch, but the guys hung in, and obviously runs and time, it kept diminishing and made it more difficult. So we were pleased to fight back when they had the whip hand on us in the last few days.
That's right. When you began your second innings, you were, what, nearly 130 behind. Did you feel just a little bit of pressure at that stage?
Yeah, I felt that if we could have kept them down to a smaller lead and batted really well, we could put them under pressure at the end of the match. But having got a 120 lead, we just had to bat for, what, 4 or 5 sessions.